What if the greatest question we should ask every person seeking public office is not how much will you give us, but what will you leave behind? Greetings to you wherever you may be. I am Ọ̀gbẹ́ni Adébáyọ̀ Ìlúpéjú. I welcome you to another episode of Hot Shots. This is not an attack on anybody. It is simply a reminder. More than 60 years ago, Chief Obafemi Awolowo led the Western region with a development philosophy that went beyond surviving one election cycle. His government introduced free primary education in 1955, expanded healthcare, developed roads, promoted agriculture and cooperatives, established the Western Nigeria Development Corporation as a vehicle for economic development, and even pursued industrialization. His administration also delivered landmark projects such as Liberty Stadium, still Regala in its space, Cocoa House, one of the tallest at the time, industrial estates, and the Western Nigeria Television Service. A lot of people believe that was the first television in Africa. But perhaps the most important lesson was not any single building, factory, or policy. It was the idea that government should deliberately create conditions for people to build better lives. I think that's what really matters to most Nigerians anyway. Education was treated as an investment, not just something that we had to just pick up anyhow. Agriculture was treated as an economic engine. Well, save for insecurity today. It was treated as a source of employment and production, engaging our youths and also giving us income. Infrastructure was treated as a foundation for prosperity, and government was expected to have a measurable development program. That is really the part I think we should remember today. To our presidents, governors, ministers, legislators, and other people entrusted with public authority, this is a respectful appeal. Please, let us raise the ambition of governance. What exactly are you going to office to do? Empowerment is useful, but giving people motorcycles, tricycles, freezers, grinding machines, or small cash grants cannot become a substitute for building an economy where people can find sustainable opportunities. No. We need to start to think that whatever we are giving should be sustainable. We need industries. We need productive agriculture, not just merely having fertilizers without the structure or strategy. We need quality education beyond what we have today, that people are merely going to school, probably not learning anything in some cases. We need healthcare that works. We need infrastructure that attracts investments. We need policies that allow businesses to grow and employ thousands of people, not programs designed mainly to make headlines. And perhaps, most importantly, anyone seeking public office should be able to present a clear development plan and tell citizens exactly what they intend to achieve. A clear development plan that will let us know what they plan to achieve in office. Because elections should not only be about who gets the office, they should be about what happens to the people after the office is secured. What are you going there to do? Chief Awolowo belonged to another era with different resources, population, and economic realities, no doubt. We cannot simply copy 1950s Nigeria into 2026. But we can copy the principle What did they do right? Let's think beyond the next election. Let's start to look further. Let's build beyond the next budget. My nose is stuffy, but what can I do? I need to pass this message anyway. Plan beyond the next political appointments and govern with the understanding that one day every office holder will leave. What will remain after you? That is the real test of leadership. That which remains after you have left office. Let us come together and build a Nigeria where our children inherit institutions, industries, knowledge, infrastructure, and opportunities, not merely campaign promises, which seems to have been the bane of our people for years now. The time has come to move from temporary gestures to lasting legacies. Legacies. Some people will say, who that one help? That is the reminder, and that is the call. So the buck now comes to you, dear viewers, dear friends, dear fellow Nigerians, whatever time we are going to put, that we need to start to think that leaders who are likely to leave legacies, not leaders who are just merely coming out to give us rhetorics, are the ones that we should give considerations to. We need much more than that. As the election, the campaigns are nearing, are coming to play now, let us open our heads. Let us listen very well and let us make the right decisions. Is it just about rhetorics or about service delivery in the real sense of it? Ire o.